Spending is always going to be more fun than saving. How do we get our minds to naturally enjoy seeing the savings account balance go up much more than it enjoys getting new stuff? Because until we're in the money saving mindset, trying to save would be like swimming against the current. It's a lot harder, it requires a lot more energy, and you're just not going to be consistent with it. One month you save, the next month you don't save because it just requires too much mental gymnastics and focus. And at some point, you're just going to be over it. Being in that zone where your mind naturally chooses saving over spending is really what helped me save money when I was barely making any. And even now, I'm now making enough, but it's still what helps me choose to see the balance go up rather than spend. So let me share with you a few things that has helped us, and by us, I mean my husband and I, that has helped us enjoy seeing the savings account go up much more than wanting to buy or wanting to go somewhere and do things. For me, it's about the type of life I want. A life free of financial stress, a life free of money stress, not having to stress about every single dime that I have to pay, be it expected or unexpected. That life where I'm not dealing with financial anxiety. All right, so the clinic decides to send the bill, 3 weeks after I took my daughter in. Not having that stress, that constant stress, or living paycheck to paycheck, not having to stress about the next paycheck. And mind you, saving is not about how much you make. Saving is much more about money management. That's why those with good income still live paycheck to paycheck. If you watch any of this money podcasts or money channels, a good one is I'll teach you how to be rich. And for me, back in the day when I was watching Susie Orman show, it was very clear. It's not about how much you make, because people who make a lot of money, we're still having money issues and having to live paycheck to paycheck and having to, spend so much on the credit card because they don't have enough saved. So I know saving, having that money saving mindset, it's not about how much you make. It's about how you manage your money. I'm not saying we've made it. I'm not saying we have millions saved. No, no, no. But at least I don't have to worry about the next paycheck, or should a sudden bill come up, or should there be an emergency. I don't have to worry about that, and that saves me the stress. Having felt the pain of stressing over money, I know what it feels like not to stress over money. And so my mind naturally prioritizes chucking money away in savings than spending. You have to think about, what kind of life do you want? What do you want your financial life to look like? And this goes beyond saving, but because this video is about saving, we'll stick to saving. Do you want this life where you're constantly stressing when anything comes up, or every month you're going through this pain, this financial headache because you don't have enough, not because you don't make enough, but because you don't manage what you have well, and you constantly owing left and right? What kind of life do you want financially? If you want a life where you no longer want a huge chunk of your money going towards credit card, think about that, picture that, and that will switch your mind so that it flips, where rather than making another payment, making another purchase on your credit card, your mind will remind you, this is why you're having that stress. Remember, you said you didn't want a life where keeping credit card and it never gets paid off. This is it. And it would remind you of that, and immediately your appetite for spending just decreases, and your appetite for holding on to your money increases. Something else that helped keep me in a money saving mindset back when it was just me and my little income, to when it was hubby and I and both of our incomes, to now where we're back down to just one income, is considering our worst case scenario. Financially, our worst case scenario. And for us, it would be we lose our income, the only income. But even back when it was both of us working, two incomes coming in, we lose our income, or our income drastically gets reduced. What does that look like? How do we shake out? And for us, we don't have any other backup, i.e., we don't have anyone taking care that would be taking care of us. Family will definitely chip in. They will definitely help out, but we have a lot of liabilities. We have 3 kids, we have a house, so they will help out. But month to month, I mean, that's a lot. So we know we have no one else to rely on should the worst case scenario shake out, other than us, and God, of course. But it's up to us to have our own backup plan, and that backup plan is emergency savings. So we know should the worst case scenario happen, if emergency saving is empty or not enough, we're in trouble. It's looking like bankruptcy. It's looking like horrible credit, because you max out credit card, you can't pay it, and your credit is shut, which means for 7 years, we're going to have to be paying more for every single thing. Even if we dig ourselves out of the hole and get another job, now your credit is messed up. You try to rent, you're paying more. You try to buy a car, you're paying more. Buy a house, you're paying more. Your insurance, you're paying more. So we know the consequence. It's an ongoing consequence should worst case scenario happen and our backup plan is empty. With that in mind, our mind automatically clicks over to money saving. Our mind would rather see that emergency account or that emergency savings account go up than buying another shoe, buying another purse, or. And when I mention these prices, they seem like it's so little. What difference does a shoe make? But the truth is, when you look at your statements, when you look at your accounts, our overspending isn't $500 here, 1,000 here, and 5,000 here. It's not that. It's usually $50 here, $15 there, 29.99 there, or 150 there, depending on your income. 150 here, 150 there. It's never this massive amount that you're shelling out. It's always little drips that adds up to a big bucket. And at the end of the month, you're looking at you've overspent by 500, you've overspent by 1,000. Whatever your income is the percentage. So knowing that our backup, i.e., the emergency savings account, is all we have to hold us down, it makes it easier when it comes to making that decision. No mental gymnastics needed, because my mind chooses not to spend overspending. It's like a hack. You mind hack. You hack your mind into choosing to find pleasure. Dang, that's deep. Choosing to enjoy holding on to money rather than spend it. And it's not a scarcity mindset. It's a healthy fear. There's unhealthy fear and there's healthy fear. Healthy fear is I need to lock the door in case someone breaks into the house. That's a healthy fear. Unhealthy fear is you've locked the doors, you've locked the windows, but you're laying down and you can't sleep because you're afraid someone will still break into the house. That's paranoia, right? You've put your security measures in place. Sleep. Same thing here. Healthy fear is worst case scenario. Let me put my safety measures in place, i.e., emergency account. And so I would rather see that go up rather than spend. Of course, we have social services to help out. There's Medicaid, there's Medicare, there's unemployment, but I don't know how much it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be enough. So I can't plan with maybe. I have to plan with what is there, what I know is there, which is the emergency savings. And even when you've hit your required amount for emergency savings, then what we discussed earlier about having a certain lifestyle, that kicks in. That makes our mind choose saving over spending. Now, don't get me wrong. Life is life and life happens. Right now we're in a season where a lot of money is going out, and that savings is getting tapped. And so we're about to go into a season in a few months where we have to rebuild the savings, and that's where it's so easy to say no to spending. So think about your worst case scenario. I don't think a lot of people give that two thoughts. I think a lot of people think it's very easy. Should you lose your job for whatever reason, you find another one. The last 3 years confirmed anything can happen. What does that look like for you? That would naturally shift you into a money saving mindset. For those thinking about using their credit card as a safety net, think about this, because it's so easy to just think, oh yeah, this credit card is there. But let's break this down. So you don't have enough income for this month, and so you use your credit card. How are you going to have enough income next month to pay that? Because whatever you use on the credit card this month is due next month. Be realistic with your planning or with what you're thinking. If you're thinking, well, I have, X limit on my credit card is super high. Listen, credit card companies love you when you have money. The moment you don't have money, and trust me, they would know, you're going to be applying for unemployment benefit, right? They'll know you're not working. You would be amazed. You're such a wonderful customer until you don't have income. And then you'll see you're nobody. That limit will get slashed. Knowing what you have to lose or what you stand to lose will help your mind shift into a money saving mindset where you prioritize saving over the joy. Heck, it would be more enjoyable to hold on to your money than spending. The other thing that gets us in a money saving mindset is having organized finances. I know that doesn't sound like it should put you in a money saving mindset, but it actually does, because it's like uh, a chore you don't want to do. That bathroom needs cleaning. And I know I should clean it, but I don't want to do it. And I'm dreading it, and I'm pushing it out, pushing it out, pushing it out. Then I finally clean it, and it's like, it wasn't even that bad. Why was I dreading it so much? It wasn't that bad. It was. I should have just done that, right? It's the same thing. Some of us are. We know our finances are a mess. We haven't been in there. We don't know how much it costs us every month. We just know money comes in and we use it for what we need it for, and that's it. We don't really have a plan. We know it's a mess. We know we're not really managing it the best, but we're afraid to get into it because we know it's a mess and we don't want to deal with it, and we're worried about what it would look like, and we don't want to. It's going to take a lot of work. You just cover it up and not deal with it and keep it moving. Well, you will keep getting anxiety. And every time anything has to do with money is discussed, or anything that has to do with finance comes up, immediately, subconsciously, you're anxious because I mean, I don't think I'm handling it well, and I don't even know what to do, but I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to touch it. But the moment you go in and you take a look at your account, take a look at your monies, take a look at how much you have coming, going out. I think you know what you have coming in, but how much you have going out, how much it costs you to live, what you have left over, what that looks like. Once you see what's going on and you're able to figure out what's happening, the state of your income, and you come up with a plan for where you want to go, it's like you can take a deep breath and you realize, it's actually not that bad. Even before you have a plan, it's already very relieving, because you realize, oh, okay, all right, we've taken care of things. I know what's going on. All right, it looks like we're spending a lot on Amazon. Okay, it looks like we're doing a lot of just unnecessary spending. Or where's my money going? Sure, I should have something to show for this money. With that in mind, you immediately switch. Your mind switches to, okay, we need to get more control over this money, because I don't even know where my money is going. Now, before you spend, you're thinking twice, because now you know what is left over. And so your mind, when it comes to that point of decision where you want to buy, it reminds you that where where's the money coming from, and even if you do have enough, because you're thinking, where's my money going, I should have a lot more to show for this. Your mind reminds you, when you're about to make a purchase, when you see that very aesthetically pleasing home decor thingy, your mind goes, but you don't you said you wanted to know where your money is going. This is where it's going. Do you really need that? And this is still decisions that I have to make for myself as well. When I see that vegetable slicer that I really want, because I think I'm over cutting onions with my hands, and I really want that vegetable slicer with 8 different kind of blades, that I can cut it in 8 different ways. eh, I want to buy it. It's only, I think it was less than 20, or maybe more than 20. And I'm going, well, it's on sale now. I can buy it now. But then my mind goes, hello, we have a lot of purchases coming up this year. We have big purchases this year. We're trying to rebuild that savings account. What are you doing? And I go, but it's on sale now. And, okay, well, you've maxed out what you want to spend for this month in discretionary income on planned expenses. So it's not that I don't spend, but you've maxed out. So if you want it that badly because it's on sale and you're worried it won't be on sale next month, well, then give up the other item you bought, and that way you're not maxed out. I don't really need this so badly. I would rather have that. And that comes from having a plan. That comes from my income being organized, and I know this is our path forward. This is the agenda. The agenda is, I need to build up that savings, or the agenda is, I have enough saved, but dang it, with how much I'm making, I need to have more. Or, I need my money to work for me. And so rather than buying something else, I really want to have X amount going into investments every month. Organized finances. Organized finances. I don't know what I said. Helps direct your mind where it should place value, because your mind would automatically go with your plan, your financial plan. Without your finances being in order, you knowing what your plan is, your mind, I mean, when it's time to buy, feel free. I mean, we haven't made any plans, right? This would definitely help move your mind into a money saving mindset. But if you need additional practical tips on saving, I have a saving playlist on the channel, and I'm going to go ahead and link it over here and on top of the screen. Go ahead and watch that. But if you're good, then I should be seeing you in the heck. If you're not good, both good and not good, I should be seeing you in the next video. But don't forget to hit subscribe. See all this. I love this background. I'm loving the nature in the background, but all this noise. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.